What is up, everybody? In this video I just wanted to make kind of a shorter video. It shouldn't be long, but I just wanted to talk about two of my favorite series of all time in general, not just manga, just in all time, which is Dragon Ball and Berserk. And I did a Berserk video not too long ago and it did pretty solid, and I just want to talk about how both of the authors of both of these series sadly passed away, and how I feel about both of these situations and how their manga is continuing and stuff like that. Now, Dragon Ball Super was given, like, he was more so like given the okay by Akira Toriyama himself. It wasn't like he suddenly passed away and he just gave it to him, no, he already had the blessing himself. So it's different than the author of Berserk, where he just passed away and his best friend is taking it on himself. I know a lot of people feel a certain type of way about this, and me personally, I don't even know either of these authors. I just appreciate their work. I love what they did for the community and the impact they made. I don't know them personally though, right? So I can't say, for sure what's what, if it was okay by him, if it wasn't okay. I can't say anything in that regard, but how I feel about it personally, for Dragon Ball, it's fine. He already gave it on. He passed it on already. But for Berserk, I don't know if Kentaro passed it on. I don't know if he gave him permission before. Nobody knows like that. I don't know, unless his friend, or because the person he's passing it on to is his best friend, or not passing it on, but the best friend is continuing the manga for him, since apparently he knew everything that was gonna happen, since they were best friends and they told each other everything, and he was just gonna continue it for him. I don't know how most people feel about it. I know it's kind of divided. Some people are excited that it's just continuing and it's going to be back. Some people are like, well, I don't think it should continue. I think it's just like that. Even though it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's like a conclusion. Berserk didn't really have a proper conclusion. Obviously, there was more planned for it afterwards, after what they left off on. Because it was pretty big what they left off on. I mean, Griffith turned out to be the kid or whatever. It's pretty crazy. Casca came back, or her sanity kind of, but it's a pretty crazy what they left off on. I don't think he was planning on ending it just like this, but I do think that he was planning on doing more. And personally, to me, I truly don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. I don't think there is a way I'm supposed to feel, but I feel like I'm gonna take away from this and be like, well, he did pass away. He's done writing for it. That was more so his story. I look at it as in a different aspect of like, this was his story. It's kind of a continuation, but not really to me. I see it as more like that where that ended off, where Berserk ended off, that was his legacy. That was his, or not his legacy, because there was more to him than just his freaking book. I'm not trying to disrespect Berserk, because it's one of my favorite, but I don't think that's the only thing he's leaving behind. He was more, this person was more than just his work. His work is important to him, obviously, I would assume, but I think he's more than just his work. But where he left off, that's his. Like, that was that era. That was Kentaro's era. And where his best friend is picking up, I'd say it's just a different era. It's just a different, I wouldn't say a completely different book, but I'd say it's like fairly different. I'm just gonna read it like kind of like how it's like a soft reboot of something, or maybe even it is a kind of a different book to me at this point. Even I do sound like, oh, I'm not trying to bash his best friend or anything like that, because this is also a very sensitive and hard topic to talk about. you know, because again, I don't know anything, you know. I'm just looking from the outside. I don't know anything. I'm not some insider. I didn't know any of them personally, but from what I'm seeing happening is just what I'm taking away. What I take away from this is just, I would just assume that this is just a different era, you know, different kind of Berserk is the best way to put it. I guess it's a different kind of Berserk. It's still Berserk, but it's a different kind of Berserk at this point. But to me, at least, it's just a different Berserk, you know. With Akira Toriyama, it's very different because he already gave him, you know, basically the blessing to take on Dragon Ball. You know, he was done his 2 cents in every so often. Needed help. He did come back to help, but it's not in his hand. It wasn't in his hands later fully. You know, he did help, but it wasn't fully in his hands, obviously. So it's a very different than Berserk situation. But I just want to make a quick video about this, not a super in-depth, because obviously I don't know. You know, I don't know too much about these people. I don't know them personally. There's so much I don't understand, and I'm ignorant to a lot of things about this topic. That's why I'm kind of like trying to be respectful, but also give my opinion at the same time. No disrespect to any people here, not even his, like, no disrespect to his best friend or him or anybody, his work. I just wanted to give my opinion on it. That's why this video is a bit short, but I would probably release another video, you know, within the next week, since this video is a more short video. But sorry if this video is a bit more like kind of like this kind of on the more sad or kind of depressing side, but I did just want to make a short, small video just talking about it quickly. Another video should be coming out really soon, sooner than 2 weeks like normally. So I hope you all enjoyed this one, or at least, you know, enjoy listening to my opinion on this one. You guys let me know how you feel about this whole kind of situation that's been going on for a while. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Peace.